and welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. You know, our viewers have something that most people really covet, the fact that we really pay attention to what's happening in state government and even the federal government. We're going to look at laws because we know that they affect us, but more importantly, the future of our children and grandchildren. And today I have with me Mike Holmes, District 31 representative. You used to be my representative, then you bailed out on me, buddy. No, you didn't really.
Actually,
they did some redistricting, and I've got Reed, and Reed's a great guy.
Yes.
Yeah, so I haven't lost anything. But it's hard to believe, but the session's almost halfway through.
Well, a little less than about a third of the way through, actually.
Okay.
Remember, we lost some time in the special session early on.
Absolutely.
We gavelled in our regular session, spent one day, took a 2-week break. So this clock didn't start running until 10 days ago.
That's right. My goodness gracious.
So we still got to.
Well, our viewers need to realize the main job that you have as a representative is to pass a state budget.
Exactly. And by the way, that's probably why I'm here, is that we're working on that today. It'll be the first of the appropriation bills will be on our special order calendar today. So we should get to that. There's only 5 or 6 things on the agenda for that very reason. We need to go ahead and get that out. It seems to be relatively non-controversial. It's not that far from the proposal that the governor handed us about 30 days ago. A few minor tweaks and changes here and there, but pretty much living within our means, with the revenue stream that's projected, with a little bit of leftover for unknowns, but should be uncontroversial, and that's why I hope it goes this afternoon.
You know, it's very interesting because a lot of terms, legislators use the term conservative. You really are a conservative.
Yes, I think I am.
Yes.
I'm a fiscal hawk conservative, I think is the way I would describe myself.
Well, you realize the fact that we've got so much money to spend, not only do we need to not spend it frivolously, we need to get the most bang for our buck.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And right now we got to deal with the prison system. Is that something you guys are going to have to be looking at?
Significant, and we will.
Okay.
The governor is scurrying behind the scenes, trying, and you've seen her press releases over the last few weeks, and this last court judgment came down about 10 days ago. It was not good news, and the bad news on top of that is we've not fully resolved and complied with the previous judgment from almost 2 years ago.
My goodness.
So we've appropriated the appropriate amount of money for that. $60–70 million last year for hiring more people and providing the facilities that are needed to address mental health. And the director of prisons corrections has said that he's not been able to hire those people. So in the budget that's proposed, there's another $44 million in there to address that, as well as the new claims that are there and the new judgment that's there about prisoner treatment. So we've got some significant issues in DOC, Department of Corrections, that have to be addressed.
People's been saying, okay, we have a gas tax now, and then they said the lottery. And they were saying, well, why don't you just do a lottery and not do a gas? It was kind of a little bit of a juggle act there. But, you know, obviously we know that, you know, you weren't in favor of the gas tax. I don't think I was in favor. But, you know, it's something that's there.
It's there. And it's got some good points. That also is something we had to face. I didn't like the way we did it. I thought the process was flawed.
Right, yeah.
It was pushed too fast, too hard for us to have an honest debate. We left off some serious things still on the table that didn't get resolved. As a fiscal hawk, really troubled me is that automatic inflation accelerator to make that tax go up. In 2 years from now, it can start going up along with inflation. That to me feels like a blank check you've signed.
Yes.
That you don't really know what the amount's going to be going forward, and that's kind of dangerous. Some of the things we got accomplished in here until last minute, I was proud of. We were able to get included a statement that, or a clause that allows us to change the specifications over to become more competitive with our paving in the state. We need to get concrete people back in the game.
Absolutely.
They've been excluded because of the way the specs were written. They couldn't comply. And it was the specs were written that way for one good reason. They wanted asphalt roads.
Because of the lobby.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another big one we had to address, and I'm okay with that part. I really like the investment part of the Mobile port, deepening the port.
Yes.
I think there's a huge opportunity there for the state of Alabama and the whole nation.
You can take it from there.
It's a great port. It's in the right place for all the manufacturing we've got going here, plus the other southeastern states that will use that port if we get deep water in there so that these super tankers and super freighters can get in there. They're lined up in New Orleans and waiting days to get unloaded or loaded.
Amazing.
We'll have the room for them, and it's going to be a huge, and in fact, that's the kind of investment you can pay off in relatively short order that we'll borrow the money to do that with a huge grant from the federal government that's gotten involved too. So $750 million coming from the feds, we'll have to come up with $250.
That'll work it.
So it's great leverage.
Listen, we appreciate what you're doing. We're going to get you to come back in about a month or so, see how things are progressing. If
That
that's
would be
okay?
great, Jack. I would love that.
Put it on the calendar.
I'll do it.
And just remember this, your representative is there to represent you. Let them know your thoughts, but more importantly, do it when this session is not happening because they're pretty busy at this point. And we'll be right back right after this.